Hi, this is Cheryl McQueen, designer with Bello's Designs. Today we're going to do something a little different. What I want to do is show you how I have made my cards to be reusable. I don't know about you, but I always hated the idea that I would spend all this time working on creating a beautiful card, send it to someone who enjoys it, and then the cycle ends right there. So I thought, what if we could just continue sending this card on to different people to be able to enjoy as well, since most cards, what can you do with them? They're beautiful to look at, but a lot of people just set them aside and never look at them again. So I came up with this idea a couple of years ago to make it so that the interior of our card could be recycled. So let's take a look at how we can do that. So here's an example of a card that I have already completed. And as you look at the interior, you can see I have got photo corners in each corner. This makes it so that the recipient can pull this card out and then cut another piece and put it inside the card and send it on to someone else. This way, the card's life is extended and more people get a lot of joy out of this. So what I do is I print out a label that I put on the back of the card with the instructions on how to do this. The label says, "This card is made to be reused and recycled. Replace card in photo corners with card cut to 5 by 3 3/4 inches using your personal sentiments." So what I have done is I keep on hand a bunch of cards. So in this case, I just did a blank card and put that on the inside. But I also like to keep just a little supply already cut down. This one says "Just a Note." This one says "Happy Birthday." And then if I've got cards that I do landscape style, then I have some that are landscape. The great thing about this is too, if you'd like to decorate your interior card, so let's say I have got a piece right here. This one again has been cut to 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Then I've got this card, and I would like to go ahead and decorate the inside of my card just a little bit as well. So what I will do is grab that card, place it down on my stamping platform, grab a little stamp that I want to put in there, and this one is just the little fairy that I used on the card. Place her in there and go ahead and stamp my image. The great thing about this is it allows me to personalize my card any way I like to, and then the next person can do whatever they would like to do as well. So we get my little fairy down there. Simple as that. I can pull this out, set that stamping platform aside. Now I am ready to do my interior card. Now, a lot of times, because I do this over and over, I went ahead and created a little template card for putting my corners. And the reason I did this is I went ahead and made this about 1/16 of an inch larger than what I normally cut my cards to be. And the reason I did this is just in case the person that I send it to doesn't cut quite precise. This gives them just a little bit of wiggle room. All right, so let's go ahead and see about putting our corners on, and I'll show you the process for doing that, which is just so simple. So the corners that I use are just a scrapbook, or you can get them at a stationery store, craft store, or I actually just ordered mine on Amazon, and they just come in these little sheets of the photo corners. So what I do is I take my little pre-cut template, literally just pull off my little tabs, Place them on the corners. And then stick it down. And as I said, with this extra 1/18 of an inch, just gives a slight little wiggle room. It still works if you don't do a template or don't make these slightly larger. It's just, to me, that just gives a little bit of wiggle room. Take out my template and place in my card, and it's ready to go. Super simple, super easy. And if you have a bigger card, just cut a bigger piece and put a sticker or whatever on the back, however you want to do this, that gives the larger dimensions that you're going to need for that particular size of card. That is basically all there is to it. And I think that this just helps us to enjoy our art and know that others will enjoy it as well. So I hope maybe you will give this a try. And I always thought about a great project would be to maybe even put a little something on the back of the card where people can put where it went. Like, say I mail this out to a person, I write my name, the date that I sent it, in the city that I live in. And then the next person can do that. And then just see how far the card travels around different places and hopefully different countries as well. I hope that you got a good idea from this little video. Again, as I said, it's a little bit different from what I normally do, but I did want to share this idea of reusing your beautiful artwork. I hope that you will check out delbellosdesigns.com and see the design team page where we have lots of videos that you can watch. Also, there are a lot of sales going on right now on the delbellosdesigns.com website, so be sure to check those out. Have a great day.